Hey fellow backpackers, welcome to my series, Mistakes I've Made Backpacking. I'm Shelby, a professional hiking guide in Colorado, and today we're diving into a classic mistake, packing too much. Trust me, I've been there too, and it's a game changer once you lighten your pack load. Let's talk about smart minimalist packing. You don't need to break the bank on ultralight gear just to have a lighter weight pack. It is actually all about the essentials, and I've got some game-changing tips for you, as well as some gear items that have really helped me bulk down on my backpacking pack. First off, let's talk gear. My Toaks titanium pot and collapsible mug are lifesavers, and I actually pair these with my MSR Pocket Rocket camp stove. If you do end up getting this Toaks titanium pot, one thing that you could do to make it a little bit more comfortable and easier to use is just by taping some electrical tape outside of this to kind of protect your hands and offer a little bit more comfort when you are picking it up. I'm also a huge fan of this packed trowel with tablets. It actually stores everything I need to do my duty, including these wipes that you can just add a couple drops of water on and it expands into a nice wet wipe to use. And let's not forget coffee. I switched from my bulky AeroPress to my favorite, actually good tasting instant coffee. Game changer. This is my favorite instant coffee that I've tried by Alpine Start, based in Boulder, Colorado, and they have a few different flavor options depending on how you like your coffee. A really big switch for me was a down sleeping bag. These are way lighter and way more compact than synthetic and truly just as warm. Just make sure that you keep it dry. Now for some smart packing tips. Repackaging your food is going to be key, so no more of those bulky dehydrated meal packets. Just throw them in a freezer-safe Ziploc bag and then add them in one of these Koozies, which I'll be teaching you how to make soon. And then just bringing what I need and nothing more. That means bulking down on things like toiletries. I'm a little embarrassed to say that I used to bring a massive bottle of sunscreen and a third of a roll of toilet paper. So talk about a bit much, but either grab some travel sunscreen, bug spray, or travel containers that you can refill for your trips. And something like lighting is essential, but simplify it. You really just need a headlamp. It does the perfect job, and there's really no need for that extra lantern that now just sits on my shelf. Next, reevaluate your first aid kit. A lot of times they will have more than you need, or maybe there's items in it that you don't necessarily know how to use. Keep what's necessary and ditch the rest. I call this sensible safety. So adjust your kit based off of your specific trip. Another thing that can take up a lot of space is clothing. I see a lot of folks bringing clothing for each day when they first get into backpacking, but at most, all you really need is two sets, what you're wearing and what you're planning on sleeping in, amongst maybe an extra layer or two. Lastly, water math is crucial. If you're wondering, Shelby, what the heck is water math? Sit down and take a look at your map and ask yourself, how many water sources will you pass? Look at recent reviews and ask yourself if there's any chance that those sources are dry or potentially inaccessible. Prior to your trip, it is so important to assess what you need and then to carry that plus a little bit extra with you. And remember, if you're passing water sources, you can always filter more. The standard rule is to drink half a liter of water per every hour that you're hiking. I think the main thing when you're trying to lighten the load of your pack is to assess what you have, weigh it out, and then reevaluate. Ask yourself, what do you actually need? And then treat each trip as it's a learning experience. For me, after each trip, I do an inventory. So I ask myself, what did I use? What was just dead weight? And it's really all about redefining your pack to match your real needs. So there you have it. You do not need ultralight gear to lighten your pack. You just have to pack smart, pack light, and enjoy the freedom that brings on the trail. Until next time, keep on trekking, and remember that every mistake is a lesson. Let me know how you like this series and what you want to see in the next one. Happy trails.